Topping the news tonight, the Central Bank of the Bahamas has issued a positive economic forecast. Central Bank Governor John Roll issued the report today, calling the economy strong, referring to indicators like government debt management and private sector performance. Here's Fern Carey.
Governor of the Central Bank of the Bahamas, John Roll, indicating during a press conference at the Central Bank Thursday that the Bahamian economy is performing well with continued growth anticipated. His comments came as he delivered the Central Bank's monthly analysis of the Bahamian economy for the first quarter of the year. Roll explained that the growth in the economy is being fueled by the strong performance in the tourism sector and foreign direct investment.
The economy is strong, and you're working with what you got. In the case of tourism, the arrivals and other performance data show extremely strong growth in onshore business for both hotels and vacation rentals. At major hotel properties, the increased sales occurred alongside appreciated room rate pricing. These results still contain a sizable one-time lift from Bahama, which did not have all of its rooms available for sale in the first quarter of 2018.
Regarding concerns about the country's national debt, Roll said he is satisfied that the government is taking steps to address it.
In terms of making sure that when the government has to go through its financing strategy, that there is sufficient appreciation as to how a deficit, once it's incurred, does have, knock-on effects in terms of your use of foreign reserves, foreign exchange, and therefore part of that, the discussion is really ensuring that the government also has the right mix in terms of how it finances its deficit. The ideal is to tackle the issue of the deficit in the first place, but once the deficit exists, we have to make certain that they are financed in ways that are not going to be destabilizing or create additional pressures.
The central bank governor also reported an increase in the country's foreign reserves during the first quarter of 2019 due to almost $300 million in net inflows to the private sector, noting that commercial banks accommodated higher spending by businesses and consumers. However, Roll said the government drew down on reserves with the purchase of the Grand Lucayan Resort on Grand Bahama.
At the end of March, the external reserves were around $1.4 billion. As we expected, they are lower than at the same point in 2018. And this is because, first, the government continued to draw down on funds that it had borrowed at the end of 2017. So there were two bulky transactions in 2018 that drew down on the reserves, one of which was the purchase of the Grand Bahama Hotel, and also some refinancing activity that took place by the Nassau Airport Development Company. Both of those collectively would have contributed to almost $130 million difference in terms of the level of foreign reserves which we currently hold.
The central bank governor also noted that the net amount government owed to banks decreased after the government obtained the transfer of money from unclaimed accounts due to reform of the dormant account system. Fern Carey, ZNS Network News.